Welcome to the DC Everest Fieldhouse. I'm Chris Conley. Girls basketball for a Friday night coming up, and there's a lot going on as DC Everest gets ready to take on Wisconsin Rapids. It is youth night here for the Evergreens, and the Everest youth basketball program's got a lot of players in it. They're lined up along the baseline to our left. The Evergreens will also be honoring longtime girls basketball coach Paul Alexson. Paul Alexson led the team to state 3 times during a long coaching run for the girls. He also did a turn as the boys basketball coach, but he's best remembered for his success with the DC Everest girls basketball program. He's here, and there's some memorabilia also out in the lobby that fans have been stopping to look at. Our pregame show is brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a teams are in front of their benches. We'll be ready to go in just a moment. All right, welcome back to the DC Everest Fieldhouse. I believe that our tech problems are resolved, and we're right here at tip-off. You haven't missed a thing. Wisconsin Rapids starters are Emma Schillinger, Gabby Neelitz, Kristen Radke, Sydney Holberg, and Jaslyn Redcloud. Evergreen start Kirsten Woolley, Brianna Cook, Kristen Hall, McKenna Bullis, and Megan Zemke. And we're underway. Evergreen the first possession. I'm Chris Conley. Glad you've hung in there with us. Flung towards the basket by Zemke. Too strong. Rapids comes away with the ball. Rapids comes in off a loss Tuesday night to Mosinee, 80-58. Evergreens come in off a win. Kristen Hall beat the buzzer for a 50-49 win over Rapids. Sydney Holberg up and in, a 3 to open the scoring tonight for Rapids. Rapids fans, longtime members of our Zaleski Sports family, glad you're here tonight. I know over at your place is the boys basketball game, Rapids and Everest. These teams met earlier in the season. There's an entry pass that's knocked away. It's going to be a jump ball, and it'll go over to Rapids. When these teams met earlier over at the Rapids gym, 68-28, a high turnover game for the Everest girls. Rapids got that one in the win column. Rapids is 4-10. The Evergreens are 2-13. Entry pass now to the wing. Another 3-ball. That one looked good off the hands of Kristen Radke. Too strong. Rebounded by Brianna Cook. Ahead to Woolley into the front court. McKenna Bullis, 3-ball. Just barely grazed the front of the rim. Almost missed everything. Rapids coming back the other way. 3-on-2 to the rim, and scoring is Sydney Holberg. 5-0 Rapids. Full court pressure for the Everest girls to deal with here. Kirsten Hall to the wing. This is Brianna Cook. Back out to McKenna Bullis. Bright pink shoes, easy to identify McKenna. Entry pass is too strong for Zemke. Red Cloud almost double teamed in the corner, got it back out. Baseline open. This is a tough shot, and it's good. Down it goes for Kristen Radke. So Rapids hits 2 from behind the arc and opens up with an 8-0 lead. The Evergreens want an early timeout. Why don't we take one too? We okay for a commercial break here? Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable, with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Well, it's another slow start for the Everest girls. They take an early timeout. They'll have the ball to inbound after the quick break. Inbounded to Bullis. That pass is too strong. It'll stay with Everest. We're sponsored by Nicolet Bank, offering personal banking at its best. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. And learn more at NicoletBank.com. Hall will inbound. Evergreen still looking for their first points of the evening. Bullis over to Cook. Tried to work that roll down low to Woolley. Woolley's able to save the possession. Knocked away, loose extra pass down low, and the Evergreens have their first points. Hall feeds Zemke on the low blocks, 8-2. Rapids entry pass, Red Cloud. Felt the double team and goes back out, driving in. That's too strong for Holberg. Rapids comes out for a three. It's good. Red Cloud is the latest to hit. 3 threes in the early going. 11-2. Evergreens drive in. This is an offensive foul. Hall charged into a defensive player who had position. The ball goes back over to Rapids. S.C. Swiderski says an S.C. Swiderski apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.C. Swiderski. They'll make you feel right at home. Red Cloud, who hit her last shot, has it here. Entry pass down low in traffic. Going back out is Radke. Rapids will reset. Along the baseline, that's too strong for Gabby Neelitz. Out of bounds to the Evergreens. Little trouble getting the ball into McKenna Bullis. Bullis has the dribble, gets it over to Hall. Now into the front court, here's Woolley. 3-ball, Brianna Cook open for it, off the front rim, no good. Almost over the back there was Zemke, no whistle. Rapids makes it a one-and-done trip. Rapids in transition, that's going to be a block. Was either going to be a block or a travel. It's the first foul of the evening called on the Evergreens. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater systems in the Midwest. They've been partnering with private and public customers since 1984 with their own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Staub Construction, 100% employee-owned. Red Cloud looking for 2 in a row, missed that one, got a reach-in foul on Rapids. The earlier foul was on Megan Zemke of the Evergreens. This is going to be a loose ball foul on the Red Raiders. Called on Lexi Korer, who came in during the timeout. It's Lexi's first, team's first. Evergreens inbound, jump ball along the baseline to Everest. Let's thank our game day sponsors, Era Pancakes, and the Jamie Schley American Family Insurance Agency. Here's McKenna Bullis in front of the Everest bench, turns it over. Spinning towards the rim, got a foul. Free throws are coming up for Sydney Holberg. Holberg's a sophomore, but is good from the foul line. Kelsey Woolley picks up the foul, her first, team second. Right in and 6 points early on for Sydney Holberg, who leads all scorers here in the early stages. (13-2). McKenna Bullis in the backcourt with her dribble. Across the timeline, now to the corner. Brianna Cook. Woolley, open three, high arcing too strong, off the back bracket, and over the back there is Megan Zemke. Megan, Everest starter, just picked up her second foul. And the Evergreens will have to make an early substitution. Ayelsa Shimoleski comes in. So just like that, Rapids is up by double digits. To Red Cloud, led her a little too far, but she saves the possession along the baseline, driving into the rim too strong for Lexi Korer. Rebound to the Evergreens and Kelsey Woolley. tried to feed Kristen Hall. It's knocked out of bounds. That's off the Rapids defender. It'll stay with Everest. We had a little trouble getting our internet connectivity going here. If you missed our opening, it is youth night. So the Evergreens youth basketball program's well represented. They're also honoring girls basketball coach Paul Alexson. Shot from Hall is short. Rapids gets the rebound. Holberg. Holberg makes an extra pass. It's loose underneath, and the Evergreens pick it up. Right back to Rapids. Rapids subs in 2 new players. Riley Hosbar, their tallest player, roams underneath on the weak side. Just in off the bench. Thinking about that three was Lexi Core. Instead back out. Rapids to the lane. Now to the big kid. Basket there. That's a little too easy for Riley Hosbar. Point started off the bench. 15-2. Too much dribbling there. Evergreens try and save this possession. Kelsey Woolley hustled to get it back, but the arrow points to Wisconsin Rapids. So after something positive for the Everest girls, a win over at Chippewa Falls, sure, that's a good thing. Second victory of the year. Things have not gone well in the opening stages of this one. All Rapids. Along the baseline, Lexi Core is cut off, goes back out. Gabby Neelitz. Neelitz to the paint, kicks out. Open three from the wing. Down it goes. Lexi Core. Rapids has 4 threes here in the early stages. And 18 up on the scoreboard. Wow, all alone down low is Brianna Cook, and the pass didn't get to her. Cook was going to have a layup. Instead it was knocked away, and Rapids takes the ball back. Driving in, flung towards the rim, too good. Harbaugh couldn't squeeze the rebound. Comes out to Hall. Hall in transition, a block on Wisconsin Rapids. That's a 50-50 call, but I think that's right. I don't think the Rapids defender had her feet set. Gabby Neelitz is called for the foul, her first, team second. I mean, the crowd and the Rapids bench saw the Rapids defender staggered back. Got that. But you only get that call if your feet are planted, and I don't think they were. They're judging that this was in the act of shooting, so free throws are coming up to the Jamie Wetzel Serve Pro free throw line. Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro is the #1 choice for cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never even happened. Kristen Hall's got 1, and she's got both of her free throws. So Hall is in the scorer's column. 18-4. Emma Schillinger, spin move. That's fancy. She's fouled. Free throws are coming up for Emma. That foul is on Kristen Woolley. It's her second. So the Evergreens have 2 starters with 2 fouls. Zemke, who hasn't appeared since the foul was called on her, and Woolley, who I think is going out now. A friendly roll, and both free throws are good for Emma Schillinger, the Rapids senior. Rapids starts 2 seniors, Emma and Jaslyn Redcloud. And they have a 20-4 lead. 11.5 to go until halftime. Woolley, who's still on the floor with the 2 fouls, picks up her dribble, almost turned it over. Hall now to the baseline. Back out, 3 ball, short. So Kristen Hall has missed her last 2 from the floor. Rapids done a better job on the boards in the early stages of this game, too. Extra pass in traffic. Harbaugh saved it. Back out for a 3. That's too strong. And the rebound comes over to Brianna Cook. Under 11 to go in the first half. Here's Hall with the long ponytail that covers almost all of her, number 13. Kirsten's easy enough to identify, no problem. Brianna Cook with the dribble, gives it over to Woolley. Woolley dribbling, splits defenders but pulled up. Back out for a three, nope, an entry pass inside to Hall, spins, a lot of contact, no whistle. Riley Hasbro gets the rebound for Rapids. Rapids has been playing in front from the opening of this game. Driving in, Harborough gets the extra pass, that's blocked. Ayelsa Shimoleski got a hand on that. Hall was thinking about the three, and why not? I mean, if you're open, got a big hole to dig out here, 16 points. You're open for the three, I think you got to let that fly. Woolley rotates down low in traffic, got a foul. Ayelsa Shimoleski was bumped. McKenna Bullis is back in for the Evergreens, and Megan Zemke with 2 fouls comes back in. That's a non-shooting foul. Hall surveys, picks up her dribble, gives it over to McKenna Bullis. Off the dribble, 3-ball, missed everything. Claire Pyatt. Loose along the baseline, off Rapids. Evergreens will keep the ball here. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op with a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans, leases, crop insurance, tax and records, they have you covered. Ag Country, Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, Medford. Rapids gets the ball right back. It's along the baseline, out off Everest. Rapids inbounds, foul line extended. Picking up the dribble is Radke and now goes back out. Sydney Holberg, who leads all scorers with 7. Red Cloud fires a three. She's got a second three from behind the arc. (23-4). Evergreens are into the front court. Bounce over to Hall. Hall to the rim, scores. They were kind of daring Kristen Hall to move to her left. She saw that and took advantage. 3-ball the other way. Rapids answers with something from behind the arc. Sydney Holberg has hit her second three. Holberg's got 10, and we've got a timeout. It's Rapids 26, Everest 6. Back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
I'm Chris Conley. Rapids blew out the Everest girls by 40 when these teams met earlier. They're up by 20 now. We're only in the middle stages of the first half. Inbounded, McKenna Bullis. Now over to Hall. Down low, Zemke, one dribble, bodied up in the paint. Goes back out. 3-ball for Aubrey Clark. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Nice work on the boards there by Hall, who flings it towards the basket. She scores, and she's fouled. Chance for a 3-point play. Now to the Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Lexi Core is called for the foul. her second, team's third. And Hall's free throw, no good. Hall's got 6 of the Evergreen's 8 points. Red Cloud reverses, and she is fouled to the free throw line. I believe this is going to be on McKenna Bullis. Nope, on Aubrey Klatt. Team's 6th. Red Cloud's first free throw is good. Red Cloud gets them both. The lead's back to 20. Rapids is 6 of 6 from the foul line tonight. Here's Bullis, picks up her dribble. Yeah, McKenna Bullis is only a freshman. She'll learn that you don't want to pick up your dribble in that spot. Double team comes to you behind the backcourt line, and then you wind up making a bad pass. Evergreens will keep possession here, so it doesn't cost them a turnover. Bullis gets it back. Bullis is normally a good ball handler. Back out, driving in underneath and cut off there is Shimoleski and then turns it over. It's a 9th turnover for the Evergreens in the first half. A miss at the other end. Red Cloud, no finish. Zemke gets the rebound for Everest. Trying to dig out of a 20-point hole. Hall, high, arcing 3 off the back, no good. Well, that went down earlier in the week, didn't it? Yes, it did. Red Cloud off a screen, thought about the 3, instead drives in. That's a little too easy. That's too easy a pass to the basket. Red Cloud's got 10. Double team leads to another turnover. The Evergreens turn it over on back-to-back trips from the floor. Here's a step-back 3 from the baseline for Neelitz. Too strong. Fighting for the rebound. Got a loose ball foul on Rapids. Sydney Holberg battling for that ball. Her first, team's 4th. Kelsey Woolley with 2 fouls comes back in. And Ayelsa Shimoleski is out. Rapids wants a timeout here? Yes, they do. At the 7-minute mark, Red Raiders are up 30-8 on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
And we are back. The Rural Virtual Academy is an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school in Wisconsin. The RV offers families the tools and resources to provide a strong academic foundation for each child, the flexibility to learn at their own pace, and they host hundreds of free events around the state to foster friendships among students. More information online at ruralvirtual.org. Bullis bodied up in the backcourt. Keeps her dribble this time. That's right, McKenna. Now to the basket, but blocked from behind. Swatted away by Sydney Hall. Evergreens get it back. Hall extended 2 from the foul line, too strong. Out of bounds. It's off that Rapid defender. Thought that may have been off Zemke of the Evergreens. Official who's much closer than us sees it the other way. Woolley, little trouble getting it in. Now to the corner, Hall. Here's Zemke in the lane, too strong. Zemke gets her own rebound, back out. Woolley, 3-ball, good. Everest's first 3 of the half. 30-11. Can the Evergreens get this down to something reasonable by halftime? Rapids drives in, a lot of contact, going to have a foul here on the Evergreens. And ruled to be shooting, too. So there's going to be free throws. Kristen Hall's going to pick this up, I think. Nope, it's on Kelsey Woolley. The Evergreens don't like that. It's her third personal foul. Woolley's going to sit for the rest of the half. Gabby Nilich, Jr., 2 free throws, missed the first. Brianna Cook comes back in. And Ielsa Shimoleski, who got just a short break on the bench, back onto the floor. 1 out of 2 free throws for Nilich. Rapids has had this lead at 20 3 times in the first half. Bad pass there by Shimoleski, turned over. Coming back the other way, got a foul, and it goes in too. Yeah, that foul, if you're going to commit it, it's got to be harder. You've got to make sure that you don't give up a 3-point play opportunity, which is what the Evergreens just did. Basket for Sydney Holberg. Holberg's the leading scorer, but she's been quiet for a while. And Ielsa Shimoleski, just into the game, commits the foul. Free throw is good. Holberg's got 13. Shimoleski to the front court with the dribble. Over to Bullis. So 2 freshmen on the floor for the Evergreens here. Bullis gets it back. 3 balls in the air. Good! None other going to say foot on the line. 2 for McKenna, not a 3. 2. McKenna's first points of the night. 3 the other way. Red Cloud, too strong. Offensive rebound, basket, and a foul. Chance for another 3-point play. Emma Schillinger. And the foul is on Aubrey Klatt, her second. Offensive rebound put back in, and another chance to get to the free throw line for Riley Hasbro. Evergreens don't have anyone who matches up with Riley size-wise. Foul is on Ielsa Shimoleski. A miss there, and Hall gets the rebound. Hall hangs, too strong. Rebound to Sydney Holberg. Tried to find Red Cloud, who was undefended, and then closing on the ball at the last minute. The Evergreens had a defender who got that ball knocked out of bounds. Nice hustle for Aubrey Klatt. Looking to drive in, Nilich to the rim, she scores. Gabby's got 3 now. Boy, Rapids could be cooking on a 50-point first half. They're at 40 points now, and there's 4.5 to go. Everest defense has not been tight so far in this first half, that's for sure. McKenna Bullis picked up her dribble on the steal attempt and gets it over to Clara Pyatt. Quick release. Bullis is hit back-to-back. It's another 2 for McKenna. Key to that bucket, had her feet set when the ball arrived, ready to pop. 3 ball here, Rapids with an answer for Gabby Nilich. So the Evergreens get 2 at that end. Rapids puts up 3 at the other. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Bullis to the front court. Hall. On the roll, was trying to feed Pyatt, knocked away. Back out, Red Cloud is open for a 3, too strong. Rebound comes out and secured by Brianna Cook. I'm going to say that deflected off the Rapids player in the backcourt, so the Evergreens will keep it. With 2 fouls, Megan Zemke will come back in. McKenna Bullis comes out. Aubrey Klatt. And now Hall will bring it into the front court. Hall splits defenders, got tangled up and traveled. Evergreen were hoping that contact would be called first. Nope. That little hop step cost the Evergreens the possession. Join the team at Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. You'll work at a state-of-the-art facility, excellent benefits, pay culture, and more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path at Great Lakes Cheese. Learn more at greatlakescheese.com. Woolley quickly ahead and leaving the ball behind is Zemke. That's knocked out of bounds, though. It's last touched by Riley Hasbro. Rapids keeps the ball. Holberg comes out. Radke comes in for Rapids. Evergreens inbound along the baseline. To Klatt, who almost lost the handle. Now Hall's got it. Cross court. Pretty good ball movement here. Brianna Cook. And then left the ball behind. Evergreens save it. Out of bounds. Off the Everest player. Klatt couldn't squeeze it. .28 lead right now. Schillinger to the rim. That was a little too easy, too. Again, the Everest defense has been playing soft tonight. That's got to be tightened up. Talk about that at halftime, 2.5 from now. Schillinger's got 6. Knocked away by Red Cloud. Does not have numbers, so leaves it for a trailer. Red Cloud gets it back. It'll be a half-court set for Rapids. And Radke scores again. She's got 5. 2 minutes to play until intermission, which can't come fast enough for the Evergreens. Here's Hall into the front court. Along the baseline, getting past her defender, but then missing underneath is Brianna Cook. Jump ball over to Rapids. Turnovers sure tell the story of this first half. 15 for the Evergreens, only 2 for Rapids. Rapids will take a timeout as we come down the stretch of our first half. We'll take one, too. 47-15 on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, my name is Preston. I have the Abbey Bank Bright Future checking account for kids and teens. I really like the mobile wallet feature. I just tap my phone to pay for snacks or anything at a store. I get my own debit card that my mom can transfer money into. She can also turn my card on or off if I misplace it. Plus, Abbey Bank gave me a bonus after I made my first deposit. Mom, if you're listening, send more money, please.
Visit us online at abbeybank.com to learn more. Abbey Bank is a member FDIC.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
I welcome you back to the DC Everest Fieldhouse, where it's all Rapids in the first half. I'm Chris Conley, brought to you by Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. That's CulliganH2O.com. Red Cloud now to the corner. And this is Radke. Back to Red Cloud. Cross court. Good ball movement here. Red Cloud drives in, makes the extra pass on the low blocks. That's pretty. An assist for Red Cloud and a basket for Riley Hasbro, who now has 6. Hall thought about the 3, instead drives in, kind of a hop step and misses at the rim. Zemke tries to save it. Rapids ball. Pass ahead, more points in transition. Basket and a foul. Gabby Nylitz gets the bucket and will be going to the free throw line at the 1 minute mark. A 51-point first half for Rapids. Pyatt commits the foul. Free throw is good. Nylitz is at 9 points now. Here's Bullis with the dribble. Red Cloud guards her, so that's a senior on a freshman, and Red Cloud gets the steal but can't find the handle. Stays with the Evergreens. Three-pointers, 8-1 in the first half in Rapids' favor. Hall with the dribble. Down to 30 seconds in the half. Loose in the backcourt, out of bounds. Rapids ball. I believe I hear from the Rapids bench they'd like to hold for a final shot here. In traffic, that's blocked by Kristen Hall. Evergreens have numbers, and they can't convert. Had a 2-on-1. The pass to Zemke was knocked away. Ball's loose in the corner. 10 seconds. Evergreens have to push this up. Zemke now to Brianna Cook. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Cook's got the dribble. Goes cross court. Got to let this fly. Hall at the buzzer. It's good. Kristen Hall hits from the corner as the half comes to an end. Hall has 9 to lead the Evergreens, but Rapids has a big lead at intermission. It's 52-18. Halftime on Zaleski Sports is brought to you by the Greenheck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. Greenheck is one of Wausau's largest employers, the perfect place for the next step in your career. See if Greenheck Group is right for you. Go to greenheck.com. That's greenheck.com. 52-18 at halftime on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Greenheck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Greenheck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. The future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, visiting today with DC Everest Evergreens girls basketball coach Coleman Schilling. Coach, before we get started, just remind our audience how many years you've been coaching basketball.
So this year will be my third here at Everest. Prior to that, I did do two years of student coaching at UW La Crosse for the women's basketball team down there. And then I headed back home and actually ended up assisting the girls team at UWMC, now UWSP at WIAA. And then I had 1 year as a head coach before they folded the program. So then I ended up here with Everest. So it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, third year. What people don't know is before we went on, I said this was Coach's second year. So I'm glad I asked that question. I was wrong. So last year it was there were some challenges last year. I don't think anybody would debate that. A pair of wins on the season, probably not what you and the girls had envisioned or anything like that. Yet along the way, no matter the outcome of any season, there's a lot of good times to be had. Maybe reflect on one or two of those good times, or at least some of the learning that took place last year.
Yeah, I mean, last year was a struggle for all of us. I don't necessarily count losses as losses as long as we're learning something from it. I think we learned a lot about who we are and what we have to do. So there was a lot of reflection after the season and just kind of, asking those questions about, what do we have to do to change? Are we doing the right things? What do we have to do to get this program back to where it used to be? And so, we took a lot of that time in the summer and off season to do that. And this year has been a big difference so far, as far as our approach and everything that goes with it. So it's been off to a good start within that. And the girls have been really receptive about that because it was a big change. We did a lot of different things. Highlights from last year, obviously, we had the 2 wins, but, during any season, to me, it's not about wins and losses. It's about team camaraderie and getting together and doing things like that, so, there were a lot of instances where we went out and did some activity stuff. I can recall, we'd headed down to Menominee for a tournament. We stayed overnight in Eau Claire, actually. And we spent some time at this place called Action City. So, I bought them all passes for 3 hours. They got to play all those different kinds of arcade games. They had laser tag, they had laser beam, and then they really enjoyed the indoor go-kart. And when we did that, I saw how, fiery we can get and how, competitive we can really get. And once I saw that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so we do have some competitive girls by nature. Now, how do I get them to do that on the court? And so, that was the challenge. And so far, like I said, with the change coming into the season, we've got that out of them so far, and that's why practices have gone so much better than in the past. But I would say those are some of my highlights. There's plenty more, but spending the time with them, get to know them, just hang out and be a family. That's always fun.
Had 3 seniors on last year's edition of Evergreen's girls basketball. What did those 3 seniors do to kind of leave a legacy, and how they helped you teach the girls that are on the team this year?
Yeah, so the 3 would have been Braylon Byler, who's now at UW River Falls playing basketball over there. The second would have been Katie Schultz, and the third would have been Brianna Rux. And like any seniors, you try to let them kind of lead and then show by example and lead with a voice and all that kind of stuff. And it was a very difficult and challenging year for everyone. I would say that maybe even more for them other than myself, because as a senior, you're trying to leave, like you said, a legacy, right? You're trying to leave it better than the way you found it. And so it was very difficult. Winter season's a long season. It's the longest one in the books. So to have to go through that for that long, it gets very challenging. And I'm so appreciative of the fact that they didn't back down from the challenge. They didn't quit. There wasn't a whole lot of excuses being thrown. They just grinded. And again, you try to mold someone into not only a better player, but a better person. And I think when you face adversity like that time and time again, and you don't back down, that speaks high volume to who you are as a person. And so those 3, as painful as it was to see them have to go through that, I couldn't be more proud of being their coach and try to keep in touch with them as they're out. But it's a tremendous honor to be a senior and to have that, to try to leave, like I said, leave the place better than you found it. And it was difficult, but I'm very proud of what they did and who they are because of it.
Coach, you said a basketball season in Wisconsin is long. Depending on playoffs, you might play 5 calendar months. There is little light and little warmth, and it can make for what seems like a long season. So with that being said, we're in the very early stages here of this 2023-24 season. Tell us, let's just kind of first start with your outlook on the team and the type of team you're going to put on the floor this season.
Yeah, so we're pretty young this year. We actually came into the season with 2 seniors, 2 more joined, so we doubled our senior counts. We're up to 4, but we got a lot of juniors, a mix of sophomores, and a couple freshmen, and so it's going to be again another year where you're just facing that adversity and trying to get through things, and try to learn it quicker. I mean, you're putting these young kids in a very vulnerable state. I mean, they're just coming off of maybe a JV season, maybe even an 8th grade season for those freshmen, and to put them in that varsity role, I mean, it's a big jump. And so what we're trying to do here is try to make practices harder than what games are going to be like, so that when games do come around, we've been through that, and it gets a little bit more exciting, and we've been prepared for things. And so, obviously youth, but hopefully, and I've seen it, we're 3 weeks in already, hard to believe, but I've seen tremendous growth from them. Again, and it's because solely on the players. They've really adapted to what we're trying to get out of them, and they've really pushed themselves, and they've accepted the challenge. And practices have gone much better than in the past. They're more fun. It's more competitive. We're trying to create that competitive nature where we have winners and losers. All right, so for me, myself, like, I'm competitive by nature. I won't even let, a 5-year-old beat me in Monopoly or something. I just have that in me. So I'm trying to get that put into them, so that things just, get grinded down, and we do drills to a better appreciation of how we're supposed to do things. And it just becomes a little bit more fun and more challenging. And we're still nice to one another at the end, but to try to really get them to fulfill their potential. All right. It's not, they're all capable of doing a lot of things, but the difference is, what are you willing to do? And, that those answers are being answered, or those questions are being answered. And, it's been a good start.
Coach, I like the competitiveness. I remember my kids were younger, and we had something called the Zaleski Family Olympics, and I would win them, and my wife would get upset that I won, and I can't help it. I don't know what else to do.
Yep.
You might have a different answer for this in February. As it stands here, though, in November, tell us about what's the strength of your team. What will you lead with in these early weeks? Whether it's outside shooting, inside defense, whatever it might be. What's the early strength of this ball club?
Well, we've had our first game already, and I would say that it's going to be our defense. I've liked the change that we've had and the approach that we've gone into games and practices as far as our defense goes. So I think we're going to lean heavily on our defense until our offense starts to pick up, and being confident what we're supposed to do and doing it well, and being disciplined about doing it. So we're gonna lean heavily on our defense, and hopefully take care of the little things. We've got a long way to go yet, which is great, right? You don't want to be at your peak right now, because then there's no reason to step in the gym to try to get better. So we've got a lot of work to do. We as a staff know that. The girls know that. Talk about it every day. And for us, our biggest goal every time we step on the court is, can we be 1% better today? Right. So if you do that, and it could be the smallest of thing, it could be that you just couldn't do a crossover move from left to right, something simple as that, and then you finally did it. All right, so that to me is, you got 1% better today, and that's the ultimate goal. You do that for the course of the season, and then going into the off season, and then we're really working with something. But to answer your question, I would say our defense is going to be something that we lean heavily on, and then hopefully we transition that into our offense, and then things start to kind of pick up, and we play a complete basketball game.
Coach on the Couch with DC Everest girls basketball coach Coleman Schilling. Coach, you mentioned your 4 seniors. As a group, what are your expectations of them that are different from the others on the team in practice and in game?
Yeah, so we kind of have a different approach this year as far as how things go. I'm going to lean heavily on our seniors regardless. And then the 2 additional ones kind of have had small roles in basketball in the past, and they're trying to get back into it. But they're tremendous people. And that's exactly who I wanted on this team, to kind of bring, you talk about culture, right? And they fit exactly the mold of what we're trying to do. And so as they're playing catch up to what, they've missed out over the years, there's still people that we can rely on, as practice players, and eventually hopefully get into games a little bit more and get that playing time up. But the different approach that we've had this year is, in the past, I had players vote for captains, and I picked captains. And so we scratched all that. We decided to change it up. And so we actually had the players vote for not captains, but leaders. And so they had up until about 6 votes of names that they could have voted for, and then I ended up tallying it up. So we actually have 5 leaders this year. All right, one of them only being a senior, and then the rest are 3 juniors, and then we even have a freshman on there. So we're going to have those 5 lead us, right? Meet the expectations, the standards, and all that, and make sure all the other kids are doing it well. But you're still having leadership from others as well, right? Just because those 5 are your leaders doesn't mean that the rest can't be leaders. And so there's a fine line with that. But those 5, they earned it, right? Their peers view them as leaders. So why wouldn't we, lean on them a little bit harder in those instances? So, they've been doing a great job. Great job. I mean, you're talking about just one senior on there and the rest underclassmen, really. They've accepted the challenge. They're proud to be the leader of the program. And, they've been speaking up. They've been leading by example. They've been leading with their voice. They've been pushing people, and that stuff is contagious. Once you start getting, once you start having someone kind of get on you about something, all right, then there's a long look in the mirror and say, well, maybe she's right. Maybe I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I should be doing it this way. And that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. And it just leads with being disciplined, right? Do what's right. Do what you're supposed to do. I mean, if you don't do that, and I actually like Luke Fickell's phrase, right? The way you do anything is the way you do anything is how you do everything, right? If you can't even stretch properly and you goof off, well, then you're not going to take anything else throughout practice or the games serious enough. So it's just being disciplined in those little things that actually carry over into the big things.
I like that, Coach. We talk about that all the time. Where else in your life do these things appear? And they usually appear everywhere. Let's talk about Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball for a moment. Marshfield, senior at the top. It looks to be a pretty good squad this year. Stevens Point, kind of always in the mix and a fairly talented squad. Where do the DC Everest Evergreens fit in the Wisconsin Valley Conference? Or what is your expectations for how Evergreens girls basketball should fit this year?
Well, I would like to say at the top, right? I wouldn't be doing anything. I wouldn't be coaching if I didn't felt that way. So expectations as far as the conference goes, it's going to be a grind. You're playing each team twice. It's not easy. You got a lot of good teams in there. And, you're bringing back a lot of experience from other teams and all that kind of stuff. And every team is always different every single year, whether it's the beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of the year, right? So what I'm looking for is just make sure that we're competitive, right? If we're going to truly get beat, we have to truly get beat by that opponent, not by ourselves. All right. So we have to do what we need to do. And that's just playing basketball and take care of the little things, right? You win, lose, you draw, as long as you do the things that I'm asking and we do it with effort and energy, we'll see what happens. But I'd be remiss to say that we're not going to be at the top. Whether that actually happens, begs the question. But I feel good about my team. We got a long way to go yet, but conference is just around the corner, and we're playing some tough non-conference teams here leading up to it, and that's going to set us up for those conference games. And you win, you try to take care of the second one. You lose, it's redemption, right? You try to even the score. And we'll see what happens, but you got other teams that will take care of other teams, and that makes and shifts your standings. So we're all, everyone probably thinks they're at the top, which is exactly where you want, right? You want to fight, and I'm excited. I can't wait. I know there's a lot of teams out there that are really good, and we know who they are, but you still got to take care of everybody else, because everybody's gonna have a target on your back, and they're gonna look to take you down. So we're gonna try to paint that target on everybody else's back and do the same. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Coach, as we begin to bring the show in for a landing, give you a chance to advertise your team here a little bit more. Give us maybe 1 or 2 names that.
It is an extended halftime here as former DC Everest girls and boys basketball coach Paul Alexson getting the DC Everest Coaching Legends Award. He's speaking to the crowd right now. Coach Al, as his players and fans came to know him, 11 conference titles, 4 trips to state, and 1 state championship. and a couple of seasons as boys basketball coach too. As the ceremony is concluding and the second half will be underway in just a moment, we're going to give the teams a 3-minute shoot-around before the second half begins. Here in tonight's game, Wisconsin Rapids is up 52-18. Here's the first half scoring. Sydney Holberg's the only player in double digits. Sid's got 13. 9 for Gabby Nilitz. Jazz Red Cloud has 10. Riley Hasbro 6. Emma Schillinger 6. 5 points for Kristen Radke and 3 for Lexi Core. 8 threes in the first half for Wisconsin Rapids, 9 of 13 from the foul line. They've turned the ball over only 2 times. Evergreens had 17 turnovers in the first half, led by Kristen Hall with 9 points. Only 3 other players were in the scorers column. McKenna Bullis with 4, Megan Zemke 2, Kristen Woolley has 3. The Everest girls have 2 threes. They're 2 for 3 from the foul line. So again, Rapids is up big on Paul Alexson night here at the DC Everest Fieldhouse. It's 52-18. We'll get the second half underway when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
It's simple, but true. Time is money. At Sherrill Tire and Service, we have over 20 mobile service trucks to get you rolling and growing again. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers, your locally owned farm tire dealer.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and now going on the Red Tag sales event. Take an extra $500 off select models, Chevy Silverado, the Trailblazer, the Equinox Blazer, and more. Stop on in and talk to one of our sales consultants today. And Merry Christmas from Wheeler Chevrolet.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Teams are about to come out to get the second half underway. I'm Chris Conley. Did you hear the news? The owner of Elegant Occasions is retiring, so now's the best time to make an appointment at Elegant Occasions for your high school formal gowns. Prom, homecoming dresses, 30% off. Sizes 00 to 26 are in stock. Winter formal and prom tuxedos will be delivered directly to you when you order them at Elegant Occasions. Make your appointment now online at elegantoccasions.net. It's elegantoccasions.net. Everest will get the ball with a big deficit. Kristen Woolley will inbound to Brianna Cook, and the second half is underway. Ella Eckhoff, a freshman, is starting the second half. Hall, foul line extended, short. Jazz Red Cloud with the rebound. Quickly into the front court to Radke, back out. Red Cloud was offensive-minded, wanted to shoot there, didn't have enough separation. Red Cloud gets it back. Rapids with a big offensive set to open the half. Red Cloud, nice pass, and feeds Gabby Nilitz through the lane. So Rapids opens up the second half with points. I was told there'd be no math. This is a 36-point lead for Rapids now. Hall thought about the three from the baseline, goes back out. Open for a three, Eckhoff, good. Ella Eckhoff, one of 3 freshmen used tonight. along with Ielsa Shimoleski and McKenna Bullis. Bullis started the first half and is not out there now. To the corner, kick out, 3 ball. Schillinger too strong, loose on the floor, Rapids gets it back. This is going to be a jump ball. Rapids will keep it. For great food, cold drinks for any occasion, visit Wausau's favorite post-game stop. Lunch, dinner, or a getaway with friends, there's always a great atmosphere waiting at Wiggly Field and Dome. Wiggly Field, Schofield Avenue. Where the Everest alumni volleyball team meets regularly. Nylitz passed down low, cut off along the baseline. Tried to go back out to Red Cloud, it's stolen. Only Rapids' 3rd turnover of the night. Eckhoff has it. Looks to feed the low post back out. This is a long 2, and it's good for Kelsey Woolley. To the rim, free throws are coming up. I spy with my broadcaster's eye that we've got a low-scoring boys basketball game. 12 minutes to go in the second half, and Rapids leads DC Everest 26-25, so that one can go either way. Piper Schultz was called for the foul. Red Cloud makes 1 of 2 from the foul line. Woolley again, long 2 that rolls off the rim out of bounds. It'll go to Rapids. .32 lead for the Red Raiders. Just north of 15 minutes left in this one. Red Cloud from the corner. Bounce pass into traffic. To Red Cloud moving without the ball. Pops from the other side, too strong. Rebound pinballs around. Rapids saves it. Red Cloud's got it back. She's been active here in the early stages of the second half. Nylitz with the dribble. Looked to feed Red Cloud. Knocked away by Hall. Red Cloud fights for it along the baseline. Got a foul on the Everest player, Ella Eckhoff. Ella's first. Team's second. I think, no foul, just out of bounds. Rapids ball there. Give and go. Red Cloud feeds Kristen Radke. Again, the defense for the Evergreens has been soft all night, and they want a timeout to talk it over. 14 and a half left in this one. Rapids 57, Everest 23 on Zaleski Sports.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the #1 goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Welcome back to the Everest Fieldhouse, where Rapids is setting up for a happy bus ride home. They've got a big lead here in the second half. J&D Tube Benders has been a staple in the Wausau Industrial Park for years. As a full-service tube bending operation, it's a large employer that could be the next step in your career. Apply online at jdtube.com. Woolley spots up the three. It's short. And the rebound to Rapids. No need to push. Nope, 3-ball open off the backboard. Too strong. Evergreens get the rebound. Piper Schultz got the ball. Tried to set her up on the low post. The Hall pass is knocked away. Second chance that hit the underside of the rim. Wow, there wasn't contact there, but we're going to award 2 free throws regardless. None of these calls are really critical to the game at this point, are they? Ella Eckhoff is called for the foul. Her first, team second. Free throw for Kristen Radke is good. Radke makes them both and now has 9 points. Balanced scoring attack for Rapids today. 7 players are in the scoring column. Evergreens have gotten all their points from only 5. Pull up, Eckhoff, blocked into the corner. Tracked down by Schultz. Falling to the floor, gives it back to Rapids. Ahead, Red Cloud, fouled into the free throw line. Jaslyn Red Cloud. I've got Red Cloud at 13 points now. The foul is on Kelsey Woolley, who picks up her 4th. Woolley to the bench. Megan Zemke comes in. Free throw, no good. Zemke gets the rebound. To the corner, Eckhoff with a long 2 off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Emma Schillinger of Rapids. Knocked into the Rapids bench. Red Raiders keep the ball. Lexi Core comes back in, who's kind of the 6th man in for Rapids. Nylitz with the dribble. Almost lost in the corner. Nylitz tracks it down. Pass down low, weak side. A miss for the tallest player on the floor, Hosbor. Back out, long shot, no good. Natalie Haddo, a sophomore, off the bench, let that one fly. Camping World of Rothschild is just off I-39 with a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and campers. Treat yourself to memories that'll last a lifetime. Camping World off I-39, Rothschild. Three ball short for Woolley. Zemke's unable to get the rebound. It's into the hands of Emma Schillinger. Tried to work the give and go, but taken away by Hall. Hall may have shuffled her feet there, but gets the 2 regardless. Hall's the first Evergreen to double digits with 11. This is Schillinger. No, it's Nylitz. Gives it over to Haddow into traffic, fouled. I think she may have been in the act of shooting too, waiting for an indication if 2 free throws are being awarded here. Megan Zemke has picked up her 3rd foul. It's the team's 4th, and indeed, free throws are awarded. Also, Shimoleski comes in. Kelsey Woolley goes out. Two misses at the foul line. But Rapids fishes out an offensive rebound. Haddo on a hustle play. Driving into traffic, offensive foul. Wave off the basket for Nylet. She'll be called for a charge. Fleet Farm says get instant savings at Fleet Farm. Skip the wait, take $10 off a purchase of $75 or more in-store or online. Shop now and save on gifts for others or a special gift for yourself. Shop your everyday essentials and save at Fleet Farm. Hall picks up her dribble to Brianna Cook. Back to Hall, thought about that three. Cross court, Zemke makes it go down. Zemke had a basket in the first half, now has one in the second. Cut off along the baseline, back out. Spinning in, Nylet was looking for a foul that didn't come. Rapid still has the ball. Runner through the lane, friendly roll for Lexi Core, who now has 5 points. Under 11 to go in this one, which has been non-competitive for a while. Rapids got off to a big start. Had this up to a double-digit lead in the early moments of the first half. Three ball from Eckhoff, flung forward. Rapids gets the rebound. Give and go back to Nylet's. Got a push on the Evergreens. This be Everest's fifth team foul. The foul is on Brianna Cook. It's her first. Rapids can afford to use a deep bench. Red Cloud, who's handled the ball a lot in the second half, is on the bench right now. She's not needed. Up and blocked by Eckhoff. Ayelsa Shimoleski. Over to Cook. Hall, three, up, too short. Offensive rebound, not many of those, and missing everything is Shimoleski from close range. Rapids comes away with the ball. Hall, good defensive play. Went to the floor hard trying to save that ball. It's out of bounds to the Evergreens. Everybody all right down there? Yes. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply today at merrillsteel.com. That's merrillsteel.com. Under 10 in this one. Short. Rapids by 36 and the ball. To the weak side, driving, scoring. Lexi Core now has 7. Saved there by Kristen Hall, and Hall gets it on the reset. Hall drives in traffic. That's a tough angle, too strong, knocked out of bounds, off Rapids. Zemke was battling for the loose ball, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new Rapids players come in. So Rapids swaps them all out. Express Employment says get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. They have locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at their website, expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Brianna Cook to the rim, too strong. Shimoleski saves it along the baseline. Zemke stripped as she was going up. Rapids has numbers if they want to push to Red Cloud, who let her defender go right by, and Jazz has more points. 15 for Jaslyn Red Cloud. Spinning, Hall, basket. Hall's going to lead the Evergreens tonight. She's up to 13. Long shot, no good. Brianna Cook, rebound for the Evergreens. Zemke from the baseline, friendly roll. Megan Zemke, her third bucket of the night. She's got 6 points. Baseline three, high, arcing, round and out for Red Cloud. Ball is loose. Hall's got it for the Evergreens. We have not seen McKenna Bullis at all in the second half. I understand she may be a little sore. Baseline three, missing everything, is Shimoleski. Rapids in transition to Red Cloud, who is fouled. Free throws coming up for Jaslyn. I believe Kristen Hall is going to pick up her first foul here. Jaslyn Red Cloud has 2 free throws coming. First of which is good. Red Cloud's 4 or 5 at the foul line tonight. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Elite Auto Care, Schofield Avenue in Schofield. Jazzy's got them both. 69-31. Trying to feed Brianna Cook down low. Cook cannot hold on to the ball along the sideline. Turned over. The Evergreens, after turning the ball over 17 times in the first half, have been a little more careful with it in the second. Only 3 turnovers, but 20 for the night is still too many. Red Cloud to the corner. That was a nice feed. Radke a little too strong on the 3 ball from the wing. Out of bounds. Rapids ball. Evergreen sub in 4 players. Kristen Hall is going out after hitting the game-winning shot in the victory earlier this week over Chippewa Falls. She'll leave as high scorer for the Evergreens tonight with 13. Rapids goes back out. Radke feeding the low post to Hasbro and turned over there. Piper Schulz gets it back, moving without the ball. Piper's going to get to the free throw line. The clock will keep running. We're in running time now at 69-31. And they're going to say that was a non-shooting foul. Lauren Schillinger, Emma's younger sister, sophomore to senior. Evergreens will inbound along the baseline. 5 minutes to go in this one. All the way up high to Piper Schulz. Over to Ella Slavin. From the corner, 3 ball, too strong for Shimoleski. Evergreens, wow, not back on defense. Rapids misses, ball's loose. Evergreens clear it. Clara Pyatt. Pyatt, extra pass, it's down low at the feet of her teammate Kinley Caro. Jump ball. Arrow to the Evergreens. Foundation Finance says now's your chance to work for a company that really understands growth. Foundation Finance has grown every year since they started in 2012. Make the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits from day one at Foundation Finance. 3 is too strong. Natalie Haddow gets the rebound for Rapids. Now under 4 to go. From the baseline, thinking about a 3 extra dribble, but knocked away by the Evergreens' Kinley Caro. It'll stay with Rapids. Mutual of Wausau Insurance has been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. mutualofwausau.com. Rapids extra pass down at the feet and turned over. Piper Scholes has it for the Evergreens. Trapped along the baseline, back out to Pyatt. Pyatt makes an extra pass. It's down at the feet of Caro and goes out of bounds. It's off one of the Rapids players, so this will be Everest ball. Michaelan Skytop, one of the JV players for Rapids, is in now, along with Rachel Lensmeyer. So again, no starters on the floor right now for Rapids. Under 3 to go in the game. So Rapids going to have 2 blowout wins over the Evergreens. 40 points earlier and still to be determined here. Rotating down low, basket and a foul. Piper Scholes has scored and will get to the free throw line. Michaelan Skytop Jr. committed the foul. Scholes' free throw short, rebounded by Rachel Lensmeyer. Scholes takes it back. Pull up, foul line extended, missed everything. Two minutes to go here. Saved from a backcourt violation by Lensmeyer, and then bumped. We're in the bonus here, so 1-and-1s are coming up. Ella Slavin commits the foul. Rachel Lensmeyer, sophomore, shoots the 1-and-1. Line drive, miss. Scholes gets the rebound for the Evergreens. A minute to go till final horn tonight. Along the baseline, Pyatt moves in a little closer, makes an extra pass, and winds up turning it over. Rapids in the corner, 69-33. Rapids seems content to just run out the final 20 seconds here. Rapids with the victory will go to 5-10 on the season. They'll be 4-1 in conference play. That puts them right behind Stevens Point and Marshfield. For the Evergreens, no back-to-back wins. They'll be 2-14. Ball is knocked away. And that's going to do it. Wisconsin Rapids defeats DC Everest 69-33 in a game that wasn't close from the early stages of the first half. Our post-game show is next, brought to you by Merrill Steel. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. I'm Chris Conley. Repeat our final score. Congratulations to Wisconsin Rapids. Best of luck to the girls the rest of the way. Rapids defeats DC Everest 69-33 tonight at the DC Everest Fieldhouse. That'll wrap up our Zaleski Sports play-by-play coverage. Again, we'll be down on the court for post-game next on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal coating core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
We're going to wait for a thumbs up from my camera guy right there. Post-game coverage, Wisconsin Rapids, a winner 69-33, got on top of the Evergreens early and never looked back. Coach, we had your game earlier in the week. The points sure came easier tonight.
Yeah, we had a good start. Ball fell in the hoop early. Thought our defense, our pressure was kind of a main key for us to start the game out. And I thought our kids did good.
Obviously, this late in the season, you got to win the games you're supposed to win. You got a deep bench tonight, too.
Yeah, I thought all of our girls were able to step in and contribute and know the roles and did their roles well.
Coach, what would you like to see from your team for the rest of the year?
Just finding and staying consistent and what we've been doing. You know, we've been working just trying to increase the tempo and fast breaks and getting down the floor early, and I thought we did a nice job of that and being consistent in those things and keep having things that we do in practice show up into the games.
Team seems fired up in the locker room after the game. Enjoy the bus ride home tonight, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jaslyn Red Cloud to my left. Team got off to a fast start. That sure made tonight's game a little easier.
Yes, it did.
Tell me a little about you're a senior now, so the games are counting down. What's your basketball experience been like?
It's great. The girls are really fun to be around. It's just great.
You have a lot of teammates off to your left who are seeing how you're doing during this post-game interview. It looked like you were able to get to the basket pretty easily in the second half. You had a good game overall.
Thank you. Yeah, it was easy. It was good.
I've got you for 15 points unofficially. Final score is 69-33. That's going to wrap up our Zaleski sports coverage. Wisconsin Rapids over DC Everest tonight for Friday night basketball. I'm Chris Conley. Good night, everybody. All right, you say your name and say you're in the house. I'm going to step out of the shot.
I'm Jaslyn Red Cloud, and I'm in the house.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Have a good ride.